spend time with your children. All right, but I want to thank her, my family, my girls. Woo! Now we got to the boys. But I'm going to let the coaches say a little bit to you guys before we introduce the boys. Thank you.
First of all, my name is Mike Hernandez. Last year I was coaching at another high school. I was at Workman High School. And of course, Kiko has been in the loop with everybody. And I had an opportunity to coach his son for the past couple years. And he had hit me up and said, hey, there's an opportunity at Whittier. Big Ralph looking for another coach. You interested? And you know, right away I said I'm in. I played here, graduated in 03, so that makes me 21. But you know, I'm really happy to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to work with these boys, the lower levels. You know, just you know, growing up, I try to whatever I went through as far as playing sports, I try to impact with these guys, try to motivate them as much as I could, as much as I can. I appreciate all of them for helping me with my girlfriend's kids. Girlfriend's kids. Yeah, so I appreciate it. You know, these guys, you know, even though the girls program, they've been helpful, giving me a chance to do what I have to do on the court. You know, I appreciate Ralph. You know, at first I wasn't sure what I was going to do. He was going to put me at the freshman level or the JV, and then yeah, I just kept going just floating around, and then eventually we were like, hey, let's just work together, you know, get on the varsity level. So, keep it down. Keep it down. But yeah, you know, I appreciate this. Thank you guys. You know, thank you guys. I told you guys it was gonna be a roller coaster ride. So, you know, I appreciate you guys sticking it out. And, you know, thank you guys. Thank Monica, Sergio, and the other guys. Coach Rob, I got a chance to play against him, you know, once upon a time. But it's good to have him part of the staff. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'm here, you know, for as long as I can. And I look forward to torturing your kids.
Hello everybody, I'm Kiko West. Really, I'm just like an overzealous dad. So coaching-wise, I've coached in the middle school level, as athletic director for the parochial schools. I'm a special ed teacher, so I also coach for middle schools and do all that great stuff. For Mike and Rob, I think it was just the stars were aligned. We're lucky enough to have them join our staff. If you don't know Coach Rob and Coach Mike, I mean, they're professional coaches, and they're true to their craft and their trade, so thank you for taking your time and coaching. Same with Coach Ralph. Coach Ralph is exactly correct. When I first saw him, it was summer league, and I told my wife, isn't that the head coach? Is he coaching our son's freshman team? And then the next couple games, is he coaching the boys JV team? And Coach Ralph is just 24/7 a coach, and I'm glad that he has the support now, and I'm here 100% for him to support him, and we're still bringing in coaches, correct?
Yeah.
Second is, I want to thank all the senior parents, because I know senior parents have gone through a lot of change with COVID, just different coaches. it hasn't been consistent, and I know these boys have gone through a lot, and I really appreciate the trials and tribulations that you guys went through, and ended with a successful season. I think 15 wins is a lot of wins. I don't know if we had that many wins. That'd be the most wins you've had in your career.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know all that stuff. That's my job as a coach. But parents, thank you for freshmen, JV parents. We're already thinking about next season. We're already working with the boys in spring ball. It's 24/7. It's always ongoing. The outgoing kids, senior parents, they can attest to it. It's just continuous. So it's going to be a fast 4 years. So please enjoy every moment of it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, coach. All right, so we'll get started with the boys. First one, I want to introduce our team manager, Darian Banks. Darian, this is your third year in our program. I know COVID year, he didn't join us because, all kinds of stuff happened. So he played his freshman year, and then he played his JV year, his junior year. And then this year he was our team manager, our film guy, and just made the guys laugh. So he's a good guy. So we're gonna miss you, Darian.
Darren's also an Eagle Scout, so during this whole year, he was also trying to complete his hours to be an Eagle Scout. So congratulations, Darren.
No shock about it. All right. So we'll start off with our lower guy, the sophomores. Let me bring up Adrian Jimenez. Get your awards. So a little bit about Adrian. He's a sophomore, first year on varsity. Kind of had the choice to play JV, but he said he didn't want him. So I told him, well, you're just not going to be on varsity. You have to try out. And he actually tried out and he made it. Really good kid, comes from good parents. But this year was just learning for him. So he went through it all, and now in the spring league, it finally paid off this last spring league game where I was like, wow, look at Coach Kiko. Is that Adrian? He actually played pretty good. He came out of the shell. I'm Mexican, so his huevos dropped. Sorry. Adrian, yeah, almost. So it's been a pleasure to coach him, and I still have him for 2 years. So Adrian Jimenez. Next up will be Jaden. I don't want to mispronounce your name, so I'll let you say it. I might mess up on your last name. How do you say your last name? Barrientos. So Jaden, a first year varsity player, he's actually a sophomore too. The same thing with him. I think I talked to his mom, Jean, and told her I really didn't want Jaden wasting his time on JV. No offense to JV, Coach Jeremy, or anything like that. It's, you guys you come to high school to want to play on varsity. So your end goal should be to play on varsity. And I had told Gene, I really want Jaden to be on varsity and learn this year. And he actually made it into the rotation and actually started one league game for us. So the sky's the limit with this guy. Once he quits volleyball, he'll be okay. I think that $500 still stands or not? Okay, so we'll talk after. But Jaden, like I said, just learning, and then he's gonna have a breakout year. I think this upcoming year, his junior year. Next up, my sophomores. Isaac Sanchez, where are you? Isaac is a sophomore also on varsity. Kind of seventh man off the bench. Really came through for us in a couple games. I think the first seventh grade game, he really broke out of the shell. But I kind of knew what player he was going to be watching him on JV his freshman year. Just really good. He reminds me of Kevin Durant. These boys are laughing, but it's really our best three-point shooter, believe it or not. The JV boys laughing. But I'm just saying in comparison, because he's not a center or a forward, he's a small forward. And he's almost, if he stands straight, he's our tallest player. He's slouching a lot. So, Patty, you gotta work on that, right?
I'm right here.
Right, you gotta work on that.
I'm tired
it was a
of
pleasure.
body
I mean,
chopping
you
his
guys
neck.
have- Really good, and again, he was a sophomore, so he was learning. You know, he had a lot of seniors ahead of him, trying to compete for minutes. I think once he learns the plays a little bit better, he'll be something to watch next year. He'll surprise a lot of people. I just So next up, Nico Caro. Why are you hiding? Nico, there you go. Nico's actually a sophomore, and this is his second year on varsity. He was a freshman on varsity last year. This guy has really, I mean, he won the Cabrillo?
Yeah.
Cabrillo game for us, like really stepped, came out of his shell. And did we give him a scholar? Was that the first scholar? Sorry. So Nico actually had a 3.5 above. What does it say on there? Adrian too, I'm so sorry. Adrian, what was your grade point average? 4.0 for Adrian. People up here, let that slide. Yeah, you gotta let me know. And then Nico, what was your grade point average?
3.67.
3.67 for Nico Carter. So again, story with Nico, that's Coach Kiko's son. You guys didn't know? He looks like his mom, that's why he's good looking. But, sorry. I told Kiko last year, same thing I tell parents. I said, look, Coach Nava's not here, is he? Nava?
No.
I said, look, Coach Nava's our JV coach. I really don't want him to waste his time there. I said, I saw the potential in Nico, and I told Coach Kiko, so if you want him on JV, he can play JV, you don't get, be a starter or whatever. JV. Or he could be on varsity and learn from, Vinny and the other guys and get that experience that boys need, I think, to become good players. And then this year, he was a sixth man off the bench, so he gets the sixth man award. But he really stepped up in a couple games for us. Finally, he's breaking out of his shell this year, which is good. Talking a little bit more, right?
So our goal for next season is to get Nico to learn how to hug.
Yeah.
Because his hug is like really awkward. Really awkward.
Like you want it, but you don't.
Like this.
Yeah. Sorry, so we're talking about your baby. But we love him. He's coming out of the shell. Nico Caro. Up next. Oh, and actually, that's last. Yeah, those awards are last. Next up is Brandon Romo. Brandon Romo is a sophomore, first year on varsity, last year on JV as a freshman. He's actually a scholar athlete also. Brandon, what's your grade point average? 3.83. Good job. 3.83. I helped him pass his recent test. So, you're welcome. A little bit about Brandon. He was a starter for us as a sophomore this year. Probably our best scorer. Coach Mike will tell you that he needs to work on his defense. He does. But really, just came up from JV, ready to go. His parents denied me on moving him up to varsity after Christmas for league because they wanted him to play more on JV, but I still think they should have done that. Serge, what did you get out of it? All right. But not to take away from Brandon, the great kid, the booster president, Monica's son. He doesn't get favoritism because of that. He's really good. Really good kid. So, Brandon Romo. He did Coach Mike Baker, but Coach Mike's job here is to make your boys uncomfortable. Believe it or not. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is his job. To make them uncomfortable.
I really do hate him.
Yeah. I've had it tell my program like that.
Well,
There you go.
the reason I hate him, okay, I told him, he started playing Surge, right? Was 7th grade with me? Yeah. Okay, so. Sergio. And I told his dad that, and I told him that he has a gift. You know, he has a gift. And I had a teammate that had the same gift where that ball would hit the rim and it'll just bounce and it'll end up in his hands and he could just flip it up and it'll go in. You know, the ball always seems to go to where he goes, you know, and so I had told him that and told him that, you know, till now, but I always told Serge and Serge like, oh yeah, right, yeah, you know, and so when I had the opportunity to come this year to coach, you know, and I see him and I'm like, he's holding back too much. You know, he's holding himself back. You know, and I even told him, I said, once you believe in what we're trying to do, 100%, then doors will start opening up. Just mentally, as a player, as a person. You know, all these boys, you know, they're young men. You know, and our job is to try to raise them to get them ready for the outside. You know, and so I'm tough on him. I'm tough on all of them. But I always told you, you know, and once you figure it out, you know, everything will start falling into place, you know, so that's why I hate him.
He doesn't really hate you. All right, so again, Brandon Romo. No more sophomores? We had 5 sophomores on varsity, first time ever. Yeah, so that either tells me that our program is not that good, or they're just good. But I think they're just good. So, okay, up next for our juniors now would be Rob Castañeda. Rob's one of my favorite players. A little bit about Rob. This is his first year on varsity. He's a junior. Rob, did you play the freshman year? No, did not play his freshman year. He was wasting his time playing football. No offense, parents, sorry. But he last year, he really stood out on JV as just a hustler. And I was telling Coach Nava, I said, you know, I like this kid. I'm going to move him up next year. He won't play that much, but I know that he'll make practices better. And he's just a really good kid. Make practice a lot better. Good attitude. Thank you, parents, for that. All of them have good attitudes. But really good kid. Rob really helped the starters. I would say he competed against the starters and went out there, did what he did, and was happy with his playing time. He did not argue or anything, so thank you for that, Rob. Rob Castañeda. Next up, Victor Gomez. Victor is a junior. This is his second year on varsity. His first year he came in during COVID. We didn't have a freshman team, so I moved him up to JV his freshman year. And I think he's the only boy from that year. Just him and Rob are the only juniors from that year. But Vic, wow, this kid really came out of his shell this year. Last year, I think, Vic, were you our 6th man? Yeah, Victor was our 6th man last year. Wow, this year he's just a rebounding machine. Man, if we can combine him and Brandon, we have the best player around here. And Vic is a scholar athlete. What's your 3-point average, Vic? 3.8. Good job, Vic. Mom, Dad, you guys here? Blanca, thank you for having him be a scholar athlete. That says a lot about these guys. But man, Vic, I'm telling you, this guy has a talent that no other kid does. He's a ball hawk. So I don't know if some of you have seen him. He just goes, and when that ball gets shot and he sees it, I don't know how you do it, Vic, but he follows the ball, he grabs the ball. He averaged, I think, about 8 rebounds a game. That's a lot. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe 7. It was 8. 7.5. But good job, Vic. I just can't wait for next year with him, for him to be a leader on the team and really come out of his shell more. This last, his sophomore year, he really didn't talk. Last year, he started talking. This year, I think he's going to be a real vocal part of our team. Victor Gomez. So now my seniors. Wow. Just kidding, not yet. I don't know why I'm emotional today.
Because you're sober.
Sorry. Get out of the way. Okay, so first senior will be Julian.
There you go, Julian!
Julian, this is his first year on varsity. He played JV last year. I believe, Julian, you've only played 2 years, right? Yeah. Okay, he was wasting his time doing that work. Wait. So Julian is also a scholar athlete. 3.8 also for Julian.
Yeah.
Started to manage school, basketball, a girlfriend,
Baseball.
Baseball. But Julian is really a good kid. I actually told Nava last year he's not going to play for me, and you proved me wrong. You made the team. This kid he came off the bench when we could bring him on, but he really just at practice was a good kid. Practicing as hard as he could, never had an attitude. Just something you want in every kid. Just there to do his job, was happy with his minutes. He actually approached me and asked me one time too, hey, what can I do, coach, to get minutes? I said, you gotta stop turning over the ball. You gotta be able to put the ball in the basket. But Julian was happy with his role, and he was a really good kid. Helped out the starters. I know Andrew and Gil, he was guarding you guys at some times, and he made it pretty difficult. But Julian Velasquez. The boys, hold up your patch. Boys got a CIF patch for making the playoffs. All right, next up, Jorge Amador. George played 4 years here, 2 years on varsity. He left the family in the last summer to work, but then he came back. He came back, and then at the beginning of the season? Yeah. All right, and then he asked for his job back, and we gave it to him. After discussing with my coaches, he's also a scholar athlete. What's the grade average? 3.9. Good job with this guy. Really good kid. If it wasn't for him leaving us in the summer, he probably would have been our starting center. I mean, I could go on and on about that, but he came and he really promised us he was going to do what he did to get back on the team. Just help the team, be a great teammate, and just work hard. He was happy with his minutes, but he's a really good kid. I keep saying that. Coach, you guys anything about Big George? No? He's a good kid. George, I'm really happy to be back here. Next up, Gilbert Gonzalez. Gilbert played all 4 years here at Whittier, freshman, and then 2 years of JV. This is his first year on varsity. Really, why are you so mad, Gil is hopefully going to be a coach soon at Whittier, help us out. Yeah, he's a good kid. Not with the Whittier Magic. But a little bit about Gilbert. I really wanted him to move up to varsity last year, but he was not going to play at all because we had this kid called Vinny. So he was the same position as Gil. So I said, Gil, you know what? You can practice with us, but play on JV and get your minutes. That's the one exception I'll do for him. And then he really came up, and he was actually not a starter when he came up and eventually ended up working his way into the starting lineup. Don't let his size fool you, he's a big guy. He'll beat anybody up in this room, right, Coach? But he's a good kid, comes from a good family. I think the boys have nothing but good things to say about him. Coaches, anything about Gil? So, Gilbert, it was a pleasure having you. You really stepped up this year. Proud of you. Gilbert Gonzalez. Who we got left? Two guys? Oh, my guys. Aaron HS Basketball. Aaron is 4 years, played here for 4 years, freshman, JV, and then this is his second year on varsity. Man, what can I say about this kid? He's got the, you know what? He's a really good kid. Aaron is a 2-year starter. Last year he just outplayed everybody for a starting spot. And I had a couple parents that are still mad at me for that. But I said, hey man, Aaron's in here. Giving me, throwing his body out there, as he did this year. He averaged, I think, 3 charges a game for the whole season. And if not, I want to say over 6 attempts a game. There was one point where Matt and Danae were like, he can't take charges anymore. And I said, well, that's his job. We need him to do that. And he was great at that. And he did not do that all the time. He learned, you're going into your junior year, right? I think I finally told him, Aaron, look, just let him run you over. He just started doing that, and really a leader out there. He was one of our captains of the team. Really bought in. He was one of the first kids when I brought Mike in to actually tell me, Coach, it works. It's working, and these guys need to buy in because when Coach Mike came over here. These guys were like, oh my God, this is dumb. What are we doing? Yeah, he looks like Brad Pitt. But he was one of the first kids to tell me, hey, Coach, dude, it works. I'm going to talk to these guys. Whatever we're doing and you guys are teaching us, it works. We have to buy in. And if you buy in, good things happen. And Aaron, thank you for that. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss your family. I already miss Jerry. Grandpa'll still be around, and Grandma. But hey, Aaron, it was a pleasure going through. Aaron, you're a also a strong athlete, 4.0 athlete. Another one that had his girlfriend, his basketball, the cupcaking, babysitting, all that stuff. Wow. So, yeah, I think you guys adopted 2 of the Grimmins. All right. So next up, Andrew Delgado. Yeah. So Andrew, same thing with him. This is his 4th year with the program. Played freshman, played JV, and played 2 years of varsity with me. 2-year varsity starter. Really, wow, when I got him, he was kind of slow last year, and I had him in an awkward position because he went from freshman and his JV year, being like the point guard, no Drew, point guard, shooting guard your freshman, junior year, having to be the man, I was playing him at the power forward last year, and he kind of gets on me because last year he only could make 1 mistake and I would take him out, and this year he made like 30 and I left him in. But I mean, that's just basketball, Some kids can make more mistakes than other kids. And Andrew really stepped up. Andrew, I think you were a scholar athlete too, right?
Yes.
4.0? Did I say that?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. I did it. Andrew, where's your name? Put it on, dude. Aaron, really? Put it on. So, hey, Andrew, again, comes from great parents. I'm going to miss you guys, too. It was a good 4 years with you guys. But, everything has to come to an end, and I know Drew will still talk to me whenever I see him. But really good kid. I think Andrew averaged for the season averaged about 14 points a game. I have to check my numbers, but yeah. Andrew was our leading scorer for the whole season. Second leading scorer for league. Brandon was the leading scorer in league with 11 something a game, and Drew had 10. So those were our two scores for league. But overall, Andrew led us in scoring for the whole season. So Drew, thank you for that. He was also one of our captains, along with Vic. We took him out of the captain position and then put him back. But you know, we did all that because we love you, Drew. Believe it or not, Coach Nico and Coach Mike like you. I love you. They like you. But dude, you're gonna be missed. You guys are all gonna be missed. Coaches, anything more about the team before we give the team awards?
Again, with these guys, with this group right here, we were doing some drills, trying to box out, doing a box out drill, and I'm trying to get the guys to be tough, you know, and to fight, you know, and so I'm getting on them, yelling at all of them, trying to motivate them. I'm trying to, you know, spark something in them, and then I finally realized, I'm like, wait a minute, how many of you guys ever got in a fight before? You know? No. And Aaron was the only one to raise his hand. And so right then I had to understand, like, just the type of guys that we have. Big George, you weren't there yet. He came after. But what I've learned off of these guys, you know, they're all good kids, good guys, good young men. You know, it was tough. You know, I told Aaron too, I wish I had him for another year. With Drew too, you know, all you seniors. You know, I wish I had the opportunity to be working with you guys another year. For the young guys, you know, we're gonna be working. You know, but just hopefully you guys can learn this year, and hopefully we can continue to work. You know, and just, you know, like I said, the more you guys are doing what we're trying to do as a whole, as a family, then, you know, then doors will open. So, you know, congratulations to you guys.
I just was really proud to coach you guys. You're a great group of young men. We've had some fun times. My best moments with them is probably when we went camping. We went up to the mountains, right? Brandon saw a ghost. But parents, those are great times, great moments. I mean, I know we talk a lot about the game, but I think the experience that the boys, or the young men shared during the off season and during the season, I think were tremendous. And then just having that playoff experience, going to Sage High School, that's about 40,000 a year. And just being on that campus, and then 51 a year. 51,000 a year. Yeah, south and Newport Coast. But experiences like that, I think, is something that the boys are always going to share and remember. I know us being high school athletes, we remember those. I definitely remember those. Boys, just thank you for allowing me to share my experiences with you guys about modern day. Talk about that. Aaron won about 4 Who's Not, no, like 10 Who's Not shirts.
Every member of your family should have one of those.
So for football, if you did something big, which was the special teams, if you got a tackle be on the 20-yard line, you got a Who's Not shirt. I was like, it was an honor, and you wore it all season. And only so many players had that shirt. So I brought that to the basketball team, and I told them, hey, look, if you get 3 things, I'm gonna get you a Who's Not shirt. You either do 3 charges, or you get a steal, a charge, or a dive from the ball, some sort of play. And it was only Aaron all year. Aaron was over. Oh wait, did someone else get one?
You got a
Did you get one?
You got a
You got, you're lying, dude. I didn't think you got one. You definitely got one. Yeah, but I know Vic got one, but Aaron got a lot of them, so.
Aaron's selling them online.
Those are great shirts. So I'm just glad that the boys bought into that, and hopefully it will continue on. And thank you guys.
Thank you. So real quick, before we give the team awards, parents, I want to show you guys your jerseys. This is some of the stuff that the Boosters does to fundraise. So we give all the seniors their game-worn jerseys. So that's their actual jersey that they wore in the games. That's the shirt that Darian filmed in and slam dunk to right, Darian? Slam dunk. And he beat German 1-on-1. What was the score? And then again, our banners too. So guys, before, boosters is very important. We are losing a lot of boosters. So what we do with that money that we fundraise and you guys donate is all the boys got to eat for free today. Banners, jerseys, shadow boxes, like there's a lot of expenses that comes into basketball. So I have to say that again. Thank you, boosters. I'll introduce you guys in a bit, but without your help, guys, we're losing a lot this year. So I'm hoping that a lot of you come forward and talk to Monica and say you want to help the boosters. Full-time, not part-time, because I have a lot of part-time boosters. You know who you are. Step it up. Okay. Oh yeah, see? She knows. But this is what we do. Come back, boys. So we're gonna give our team awards out. And once again, clap it up for the boys. Alrighty, so our first award is gonna be our coaches award. So to me, a coach's award is just a kid that is kind of a coach. Helps you out, makes your job easier, and makes your teammates better. So like I said earlier with this kid, he just embraced his role. It was his first year on varsity and never gave me attitude. Always gave 100% at practice, never missed practice. Only sometimes where his mom would text me that he had to do something, so I finally told him, hey, I don't want your mom texting me anymore. You text me. You're a big boy. That's who she is. And she stopped texting me and said that one time. But, Julian, a lot of skills.
Yeah, Julian! All right, Julian!
Now he's off to baseball. Next one. Gotta touch people's hands. And Monica. Ash, everybody. Big clap for my daughter helping out, Ashley. Yeah, thank you. George?
No.
Okay, next up is my most improved. This kid just really helped us win a lot of games this year. Like I said earlier, he wasn't even a starter. This is his first year on varsity, and then he ended up after Christmas or before Christmas ended up working his way into the starting lineup. Man, if he was 6 foot, he would be the best player on the team. Phil, you're 5'10"? 5'8", there you go, 110. So my most improved, Gilbert Gonzalez. Good job. Hey, Gilbert was good, so he didn't really improve. He just stepped up. So good job, Gilbert. Okay. Next up is it the defense? No. Mike wants to do the defense last. Yeah. So, you guys already know who won this. This is one of my guys. This is Defensive Player of the Year. Oh man, I'm gonna miss him, man. You know who you are. Aaron Villescas. This guy, to me, I would have to yell at him to shoot. I don't know, there's one game where I had to yell at him, shoot! And he shot and he made it. But Aaron, come back over here. Aaron wasn't on the floor to score. His job was to rebound and defend. And what?
Take charges.
Take charges. See, everybody knows. So this guy's one of a kind. I don't want to miss him. I mean, I'm gonna miss him. I wish they held you back. But this guy, hey, I think this is second year in a row getting Defensive Player of the Year. So that says a lot. This is the second year in a row getting Defensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna miss him. His body is recuperated yet or not yet? He's still not at 100%. He's got concussions, a bad shoulder. But this guy he did what he had to do. He went out there and helped us win that Rancho game on a broken shoulder, diving on the floor, and I'm telling him, what are you doing? He's like, we're not going to lose this game, coach. And I don't know, he was just, full of adrenaline, but he stepped up for us. Aaron Villescas. Listen, offensive player of the year. This can go to anybody. Just kidding. Offensive player of the year. Let's see who's going to get it. You guys already know. This kid was our best scorer. He could put the ball in the basket. I think he got offensive player of the year last year too, for JV. Right, Brandon? He did. So hey, Brandon Romo. This kid right here, really, if he focuses on defense, he's gonna be the Del Rio League MVP next year. But offensively, wow, this kid, the basket finds him. Like Coach Mike says, I don't know what he does, but he shoots and it goes in. He spent a couple months training with some other guy that changed his shot, and we give him crap for that. But he's back to his old ways. We just told him, do whatever you used to do. Don't do whatever this new guy told you. Sure, Joe. Taking him over there. But we forgave him for that. And look, he's the offensive player of the year. Brandon Roman. That's it for today, guys. So next is our most valuable player. Wow. Oh, those are after. All right. So this is my favorite award, of course, MVP, next to Coach's Award. But man, this kid really stepped up for us this year. Had a couple of, he went in a little dry spell, but he snapped out of it, and really, we wouldn't have been 15 and 12, 13? 15 and 11 without him. This guy, I mean, I don't think he ever played travel ball. I think, did you just start playing organized ball here? He just started playing organized ball at Whittier, but, really good kid, comes from a good family. Really, really helped us win those games. I mean, coaches, they wanted more defense. I just wanted offense. Because I'm still a firm believer in if we score more points, we're going to win. My goodness. But he's a good kid. He just stepped up this season, helped his teammates out. Eventually ended up buying in to Mike and Kiko's system. But he's always been the best player on the team. Last year, I mean, he stepped up to his role, didn't play many minutes, was still a starter, but this year, I mean, Drew, I put you in awkward positions where I had to make you a point guard this year, a shooting guard, and you embraced it. You did what you could with the talent that you had. So our MVP this year, Andrew Delgado. Let's get this person home. We have a couple more awards to give out. First, we'll start with, what are those? Oh, okay, these are our Del Rio League awards for our boys. So first, we're going to start off, a little bit about the Del Rio League. They give awards out at the end of the season. Us coaches meet. We get to vote for everybody except our kids. So these votes come from the other coaches. I vote for all the other teams except mine, and then they vote for everybody except theirs. So there's honorable mention, second team, and first team all league. So we ended up having two honorable mentions. Three honorable mentions. So first honorable mention is Gilbert Gonzalez. Not just me, the other coaches thought that you were pretty good. Good job, Gil. Honorable mention. You thought he was pretty good too. So, yeah, our next one. Let's see. Oh, our next one, I think Victor Gomez. This is your second honorable mention? Yeah, Victor got honorable mention last year too. Victor Gomez, the coaching goal of your team. Good job. Got it? My guy. Congrats. Congrats. And his mom makes good desserts. All right, next up, Nico Caro. Good job, Nico. Jay, see, he just like goes in and he doesn't want to, but hey, that's pretty big for Nico. Honorable mention. And we have second team all league, 2 of them from Whittier. First one goes to our offensive player of the year, Brandon Romo. MVP, there we go. Start playing defense, baby. Brandon Romo, second team all league. And this one, you know, I did fight. You do get to tell the coaches a little bit about your players. And with this one, I was like, look, man, he doesn't score. But this is a guy that took 6 attempts at taking a charge a game with 3 in lead. Aaron VS, guys. Good job, man. He was working again later. And our last one, team award. This is for first team all league. We only had one this year. All of a sudden, our Rancho had 2. And we got third place. But once again, our team captain, our MVP, got first team, Andrew Delgado. First team. Good job. I think that's it, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much, my varsity boys. And I'm going to miss a lot of you. And the juniors and sophomores, we're already working. We're already in the spring league. And we're 3-0? 3-0 in spring league. Seniors, I miss you. I'm going to miss you. But you other boys, let's get ready to work. Let's get ready to work. We got a lot to do. Coaches, anything? For the team picture? All right, parents, you guys want to take a quick team picture with us? Come over here. Yeah, over here in the middle.
Matthew, maybe you can, because I can't.
Go in the middle.
Come behind you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Somebody dropped their pass.
Uh-oh. Maybe Andrew? Oh, okay.